Thank you for listening to the Odds Your Network. My name is Kendra Barr, and I will be editing and publishing all content for this podcast. Here is my husband and one of the best handicappers in the business, Chris Barr.
It is October 25th, 2017. This is the Odds Report on the YouTube channel. I appreciate every single person listening in right now. If you guys could please hit the like button, that would be great. All right, so yesterday, wanted to mention I've won my 16th straight MLB play in the postseason. 16 in a row. Dodgers come through game one. Could have took them on the run line. Gave out the clients, the Dodgers. Gave out everybody the Dodgers for free. My last 3 MLB plays have been for free on the podcast. Gave out the Astros the last couple days. And then the Dodgers yesterday. So today, it's a little bit different. The line right now in the game is about even. Dodgers minus 105, over under 7.5. Justin Verlander against Rich Hill. Right now, Dodgers are 7-1 their last 8. I believe it's actually 8-1 their last 9 against Houston after yesterday at home. Houston struggles to beat the Dodgers, especially in LA. But you got Justin Verlander on the mound. This is an even money game. I'm going for my 17th winner in a row. I know who's going to win this game. I'm going with a total in this game. I'm not going with a side. Get a hold of me. If I don't win this game, this pick's going to be $30. If I don't win this play, you're going to get a free month of service. I have won 17. Well, I will be at 17 winners in a row. I've won 16 in a row. This will be number 17 in a row. I'm confident. If I don't win this game, you will get a free month of service. $30. Email picksbyemail@gmail.com. You can also send a PayPal, picksbyemail@gmail.com. Also, you can give me a call, 1-888-262-9393. 1-888-262-9393. If you don't follow the company on Twitter, it's at KRIS_GOAT_bar, B-A-R-R. Chris_GOAT_bar on Twitter. Appreciate every single person listening to the podcast today. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to win 17 in a row, okay? Come on the podcast the last 2 days. I gave you the best bets. In the NHL 2 days ago, gave you the Leafs money line, they win. Yesterday, gave you the Dodgers as a free courtesy play. It was a big client play, my biggest client play of the week. Dodgers come through 3-1 final. Another winner. I'm going to give you another best bet. It's most likely going to be in the NBA today. It's going to be a client play, but it's not going to be my best client play. My best client play is definitely the MLB game tonight. Like I said, $30. Picksbyemail@gmail.com. Get a hold of me. Games from yesterday in the NBA. I mentioned some picks, and I wasn't really successful yesterday in the NBA, to be honest with you. But I pretty much only had the main play on the baseball game. The Cleveland Cavaliers get the job done, 119-112, but they don't cover. They're minus 15.5. I recommended the Cavaliers yesterday in a blowout. They obviously did not get the job done. Brooklyn at Orlando. Orlando wins 125-121. I mentioned it should go under 230. That obviously did not get the job done. That's all right. New York Knicks at Boston Celtics. Celtics win 110-89. I said this should be a blowout. It was definitely a blowout. Indiana at Minnesota. Gave out Minnesota with I believe with the Celtics on a 2-team parlay. Obviously, it didn't come through. The Pacers win 130-107. We're going to talk about the Pacers. They go into OKC tonight. New Orleans at Portland. Portland minus 5, and they cover 103-93. I mentioned I did not trust Portland in this spot, and obviously they get the job done. Good for them. Utah at the Clippers. I mentioned Clippers should get the job done. I mentioned the line should be 10. It was actually only 5 because there was no line when I talked about it. And they win 102-84. They win by 18 points. The Clippers are 3-0 this year. All right, so let's move on to the games for tonight. Denver at Charlotte. Charlotte plus 2.5 at home, over under 210. I'm going to leave this one alone. I have no opinion. Minnesota at Detroit. Line opened up Detroit plus 3. Line is currently Detroit minus 2.5, over under 209.5. I honestly don't have an opinion on this game. Detroit let me down last time I took them at home in this spot a couple days ago. I'm not going to touch this game. Detroit minus 2.5. Obviously, if you're going to bet it, I would say Detroit money line. Minnesota's coming off an embarrassing loss at home. Now they got to go on the road, play in Detroit. I don't trust either one of these teams. We're going to skip that one. Houston at Philadelphia. This is going to be a play that I'm going to give out to you right now. Houston 3-1 at Philadelphia. I don't trust this Philadelphia team. Houston's -3 over under 220.5. I could see this game flying over, but I'm going to give this out. Podcast free play. Houston on the money line. Houston Rockets on the money line. They should beat the 76ers. Cavaliers at the Nets. Nets +7.5 at home over a 224.5. Derrick Rose is out with an injury, but that's something that happens on a daily basis with this guy. The guy can never stay healthy. We'll just count Derrick Rose out of the majority of the games this year with Cleveland. They're just going to have to play without him. Cleveland -7.5 on the road. Can you trust this team? Obviously, they're stacked. They still have a stacked lineup. J.R. Smith getting the start. I would have to say Cleveland on the money line would probably be the bet, but I just don't know if I have anybody to put them with. Obviously, OKC and the Warriors are two big favorites tonight. You got the Jazz on the road as a kind of big favorite, -7. I just don't trust. I trust OKC and I trust Golden State to both win. Maybe do a 3-team parlay, but I'm not even sure if you can get even money on those 3. But there's my recommendation. I'm not even going to call it a podcast free play. I'm going to say Cleveland Cavaliers money line, Oklahoma City money line, and Golden State money line. 3-team parlay, a money line parlay. If you want to do that, go for it. There's too many games on the board. I already mentioned the Rockets money line I like, and I'm going to give you a couple other ones that I recommend. So we'll just go from there. There's a 3-teamer if you're a degenerate and you want a little bit of action, and you want a free. It should be easy money line parlay. As long as the Cavaliers get the job done, because we know OKC and the Warriors are both going to win. So there's a 3-teamer for you. If you that's just a recommendation. San Antonio at Miami. San Antonio -4 on the road. Over under 196.5. Spurs 3-0. Miami 2-1. Miami 2-0 at home. This is one of those games where everybody's going to think that San Antonio is going to come in there and probably whoop their ass, and they probably will. But it's just a game I'm not fucking with. I'm not trusting San Antonio. I'm still trying to figure this team out. Are they dominating as they should be? We'll see. I'm just going to watch them and just leave them alone for now. Indiana at Oklahoma City. Here's a game. Indiana coming off of a big win last night. They're +11 on the road at the Timberwolves. They win by 23. They score 130 points. They're coming into this game going to OKC now. OKC 1-2 on the season, 1-1 at home. OKC -13.5 over under 217. I'm going to tell you right now, Oklahoma City, possibly look at. I don't usually do team total overs, but they should score at least 110 points in this game tonight. I don't see Indiana doing what they did yesterday. I think they're going to be tired coming into this one. I think Oklahoma City. I hate giving up double digit. I hate betting double digit favorites in the NBA. But I think this is a perfect spot for Oklahoma City to come back and. Or for Indiana to come back and get blown out. I think Oklahoma City, I'm going to give you a final here. I'm going to go 117-97. I'm going to say they win by 20 points. And I'm going to go Oklahoma City -13.5, podcast free play. You got 2 of them now. You got Houston money line, and you got Oklahoma City -13.5. Is it my best bet? No, we're not going to go with best bets just yet. I'm 2-0 my best bets on the podcast the last couple days. I'll let you know what I'm going with here in a second. Memphis at Dallas. Memphis 3-0 coming in. Dallas 0-4 coming in. 0-3 at home. Dallas +4 at home. Over under 197.5. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Dallas wins this game outright. Have a little bit of pride, Dallas. Mavericks looking like shit this year. But are they really an 0-4 team? I honestly don't think so. Is Memphis really a 3-0 team and they're coming in on the road? The line's 4. I think this line's a little bit off. I think Dallas is the play in this game +4. And I would recommend them on a teaser. Like a 4-point teaser or a 5-point teaser. But like I said, I'm just not sure who to put them with. I don't trust San Antonio on the road -4 to get them down to a pick 'em. I don't trust Cleveland -3.5 if you want to get them on a 4-point teaser with them. You're just going to have to make your own choices. The only thing I can do is just tell you what I like. Do I want to do +4 on a podcast free play? I guess I can. So we'll go Dallas +4 podcast free play. But I recommend them on a teaser. Next game, Utah at Phoenix. Utah just got wiped out last night. Phoenix is not looking good. They already fired their coach. But they're coming off of a win against the Kings. Suns 1-3, 1-2 at home. Utah Jazz 2-2, 0-2 on the road. I like the Jazz. They covered for me last week. I obviously didn't have them last night. The Suns are getting +7 at home. We all know Bledsoe got sent home until he's traded, so he's not going to be playing in this game. The Suns +7 at home and the Jazz on a road trip. I would probably say Suns on a teaser, maybe with the Dallas Mavericks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Mavericks play back as a podcast free play +4, and we're going to do a 6-point. I'm pretty sure you're going to do a 6-point teaser in NBA. Most places only do 4 points, 5 points, 6 points. We're going to do a 6-point teaser. If you can't do a 6-point teaser, that's fine. Do a 4-point teaser, 5-point teaser. You'll get the Mavericks to at least +8, and you'll get the Phoenix Suns to at least +11. But to make it official on the podcast free play, I'm going to go Dallas +10, Phoenix +13. Podcast free play. There you go. Both teams are at home, and Dallas should get the job done. Small lean on the money line for Dallas Mavericks. Small lean on the Phoenix Suns on the money line. And also, I'm going to say small lean on the Miami Heat money line. They're +4 at home. Keep going here. I hope you're writing this stuff down. The best bet has not come yet. Toronto at Golden State. Golden State Warriors -12 over under 228.5. The Warriors 2-2 on the season. I had them -12.5 the other day. They win by 30. They beat the shit out of somebody. Toronto's not a bad team. They're coming in here 2-1 on the season, 0-1 on the road. They do have trouble when they do travel. The Warriors should wipe this team off the Warriors should wipe the fuck out of this team. I'm not kidding. Okay, so the Warriors -12 is a good play. I had the Warriors -16 in this one. I know Toronto is a good team, but I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to explain something to you. The Warriors cover games, especially at home, and they're 0-1 at home. They had that loss against the Rockets, the very first game of the season. They're coming back here. They're gonna destroy this team. I'd say team total over also if you could, as a recommendation. I don't bet that stuff, but you could. But I'm saying the Warriors -12 is the best bet on the podcast today. Warriors -12. If you want to do a parlay, Warriors -12, Oklahoma City -13.5. I would say that's a pretty good two-teamer. But the main play is the Warriors -12 as the best bet for the podcast, going for 3-0. And then you got the Washington Wizards at Lakers and this game is on ESPN. The Lakers are +5 over under 228.5. Wizards 3-0. Lakers 1-2, 0-2 at home. This is going to be a client play that I will not be releasing on this podcast. If you want this client play, you have to be a paid member. Picks by email at gmail.com. $100 for the week, and what is it? $300 for the month right now. Not charging a lot at all. So there's some NBA free picks. Houston money line, Oklahoma City -13.5. Best bet Warriors -12. Teaser Dallas +10. Phoenix +13. Let's go. Let's move on to NHL. Yesterday, the Islanders -200. They beat the Coyotes 5-3. The Coyotes are 0-8. That was obvious. Anaheim at Philadelphia. Philadelphia been playing pretty good this year. They're -140 coming into this game, but they get wiped out by Anaheim 6-2. I didn't have an opinion on that game. Edmonton Oilers at Pittsburgh. I liked Pittsburgh, but I also liked the over 6. Didn't come through. Pittsburgh wins 2-1 in overtime. I expected a high-scoring 5-4, 4-3 kind of game. It didn't come through. That's all right. I'm not sure. I believe it was a podcast free play. If it lost, I am sorry about that. Tampa Bay at Carolina. Tampa Bay wins the game 5-1. I said I could not trust Carolina at home. Tampa Bay is for real. If you guys don't know, this team is for real. They're 8-1. A game that I did give out, podcast free play, that I do remember that I did like a lot. I said the line was way off. It should have been 175, 180. It was only -130. The Canadians win 5-1. The Canadians was a strong play yesterday. I hope you guys jumped on the Canadians. LA Kings at Ottawa Senators. I did not trust the Senators at home yesterday. The Kings win 3-2 in a shootout. It was close. Senators, a very young team. Kings, full of veterans. And the Kings get the job done on the road in that one. Detroit at Buffalo. I had mentioned I like the Sabres in this one at home. 1-0. You can't trust Detroit on the road. I'm not right about every single NHL game, but I'm right about the majority of them. I know the NHL pretty well. Sabres get the job done finally this year at home. 1-0 final. Calgary at Nashville Predators. I mentioned I like Calgary in this game. I couldn't trust the Predators in this one. Predators are minus 155. You could have got Calgary plus 135. So Calgary wins 3-2 in a shootout. If you're losing in shootouts and you're losing in overtime games, I know the feeling because last year that happened to me a lot. But this year, the overtime games and the shootouts have been actually going in my favor. So good for me, right? Vancouver at Minnesota. I said I could not trust Minnesota in this game. Vancouver wins 1-0. Vancouver's a very terrible team. I'm going to tell you that right now. The Wild just didn't show up. That's pretty much how it is. And then these last two games honestly made me sick to my stomach. Dallas Stars. I actually like the Dallas Stars to go far this year. I really do. They're just not fucking winning games right now. And it's really pissing me off. It's not because I'm a Cowboys fan. I just like the Stars. I like their team. I like what they're all about. But they lose to the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche at home win 5-3. They're a plus 115. It went flying over the 6. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm still going to be continuing to bet the Dallas Stars. I think they're a solid team, especially at home. And I do like them on the road. They just didn't show up last night against Colorado. And then here's a disappointment. I like the Chicago Blackhawks over Vegas. And Vegas just continues to fucking win and keep cashing. Plus 155 at home. They win 4-2. What a fucking joke this is. This team is an expansion team and they're winning games. It really pisses me off. I really don't like this team. I really don't. I'm telling you, I don't. I don't think they're a strong team at all. And they're like 8-1, whatever they are. And the Blackhawks, what a disappointment. Losing 4-2 versus this junk-ass team. So now we got to move on to tonight's games. You got Calgary coming off of a win in overtime, like I said, or a shootout, whatever it was, at St. Louis Blues. Blues minus 160, over under 5.5. The line was originally St. Louis minus 200. I still think the Blues is a strong play in this one, minus the 160. I would recommend the Blues in this game on the money line. And then moving on to the next game, Buffalo coming off of a win. Now they're going to Columbus. Columbus coming in at home, minus 225, over under 5.5. Columbus 2-2 at home on the season. Columbus 5-3 overall. The Buffalo Sabres 3-5-1 and 2-3 on the road. I don't trust Buffalo on the road. I'm telling you that right now. I do not. What I'm going to do here is recommend the Blue Jackets on the puck line, minus 1.5. I think they get a 4-1, 4-2, 5-2 kind of victory in this game. But the podcast free play is going to be two plays. I'm going to do Columbus Blue Jackets with St. Louis Blues on the money line, minus 225 and minus 160, two-team parlay. And then for the clients, for my clients that I will be giving out my hockey play tonight, an official puck line with Columbus minus 1.5. They should have no problem beating this shit out of the Sabres. They're coming at back home right now, and they should have no problem getting the job done. Like I said, 5-2, 4-2. Is it a good overplay, 5.5? I would recommend staying away. It could be 2-0, 3-0 final. One thing I can tell you is they're going to win the game. Columbus Blue Jackets will win the game. What's my record in hockey? I believe it's 21-7 now. 21-7 in hockey. So this is going to be an official hockey play, minus 1.5. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much going to be it for the podcast today. I appreciate every single person that listens to this. Please share. Please recommend to your people, to other gamblers. Let people know the real deal is Chris Barr, and I win more games than anybody in the industry. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all my accomplishments, but I will tell you this: I'm going for my 12th future winner with the Dodgers in my career, and I think this is going to be like number 6 in the last 20 months or something, which is very impressive. And then I got Alabama, which Alabama is an overwhelming favorite. I got them 3-1 at the beginning of the season when nobody was talking. I mean, they obviously were the favorite at the beginning of the season, but nobody usually likes to take the favorites. I have Ohio State, USC, and Alabama. I mean, all these teams that are... I had TCU 150-1, but that's a whole nother story. I win the big games. I win more than anybody, and that's just a proven fact. 1-800... what's the number here? 1-888-262-9393. 1-888-262-9393. Give us a call. Call center's been doing really good. We get a lot of new clients every single day. Got a lot of new signups. I appreciate every single person listening. I'm going to keep saying that. I respect all of you, and I want everybody to have a good day. Today's best bet, the Warriors minus 12. get on the Warriors, and we'll see you on the next podcast. It'll be tomorrow, Thursday, October 26th, and we'll catch some more games. Have a good one.